What is going on, guys? My name is Clutch Sometimes, here bringing you your Week 2 battle against the Toronto Staraptors. So, immediately looking at their team, it is exactly what I expected. Hydreigon in full force, just an absolutely threatening team. The only bring I really don't understand is Fortress. I get hazards and stuff, but I don't think it matches that well against me. Just because I have Houndoom on my roster, and Landers kind of just bust right through how passive it is. So, I mean, I don't know. Maybe I guess, I don't know. But looking at his roster, there's a lot of potential lead options for him. M-Lopunny, I think, is a good lead option, but I think... So I'm going to end up leading Sharpedo. I lead Sharpedo just to... I lead Shark just to get the potential Dark Pulse on something here. Just because Shark just matches up super well against him. He has zero answers for Shark except for Slowking, which takes a couple, but not very well. So we lead with Shark. I want to scout what this Victini wants to do, so I just go straight into Hydreigon. There is no reason for me to stay in with Shark at all. I want to get this. My whole game plan is to get Victini out of the way. So I go straight into Hydreigon to take whatever he wants to go for, but he goes straight for the U-turn, so he takes the rough ski damage. I don't know. I would have attacked. I think bringing the Victini, it's only going to click U-turn, is kind of a bad idea against me, just because it helps me. But he brings in this beast. He brings in this absolute beast of a Pokemon. And my switch-ins, I'm looking for them. If you can find them, I'm looking for them again. I'm still looking for him. So I'm gonna go Passimian, praying it's Scarf, and that is a ton of damage. That is choice specs Hydreigon. Not Scarf, specs. Which makes this a little easier to play around to an extent, because I know if I can get damage on it, I can get it in range of Shark fairly easily. And I don't know the speed tier. I don't know the speed on it. I don't know anything about it except that it's specs, max attack, max special attacks, choice specs, and I'm pretty sure it was modest damage. From just judging from the calc. So I pretty much almost have to let this thing go down. So I'm gonna go straight for the U-turn here, just to try, because I don't think he stays in, just because it allows me to go into Suicune and potentially get Calm Minds and start trying to win this game. So I U-turn here. And he's going to go hard Fortress, which is a good play. So I go for the U-turn, and the Rocky Helmet does way too... I swear, why does Rocky Helmet do so much? It's 17% to my... It did like 17% to this. I didn't think it did that much. But in essence, I lose my Passimian. So my Dark Resist is now a Sharpedo. Against a Specs Hydreigon. That's bad. That's very bad for me. So I go straight into my Shark. Just because Shark against him, I can fire off any attack. I think Dark Pulse to another move will get me a kill on something. So I go straight for Dark Pulse. I go for the Hydro here, and I do 1,000,000 to this Fortress. 1,000,000. It just blows it back. I don't think he expected it to be special. So, I don't think he expects... Not a lot of people expect Special Shark. I think it's one of its best sets, just because it's so good. And it's relying on really high base power moves, and Hydro, and Dark Pulse, and... I think it's a good set. So, I get that off. He goes for Spikes. I just go straight for the Ice Beam. I go for the Dark Pulse here, I think. As he goes hard into his Slowking, and it takes nothing from this. This is a 35%. That is 35% right there for that Dark Pulse. And here is where this battle gets interesting. So I go for another Dark Pulse because that is Assault Vest max special defense. That is a problem Pokemon right there. So I go for another Dark Pulse because at this point I don't break through AV Slowking that well with my team. Because he's not going to give me a Victini, it looks like, very easily. Because he's just probably going to continuously U-turn on me. So my game plan at this point is to try and play for flinches with Shark. Like, there is no other option. Like, I am trying to flinch him to death. So I go for another Dark Pulse. I do that 36%. And he goes for Dragon Tail and he misses. He misses the Dragon Tail, which is so big. So big. I don't even want to speculate the theory. I don't want to try to theory on this out, like how potentially big that could have been, just trying to get that extra damage on my Shark, because it puts me in. I get fewer Life Orb hits and whatnot, but that also puts him in range of another Dark Pulse. So he again has to sack something here to Shark. So he goes out into Fortress, sacks that. So Fortress did nothing except for get up a single spike. And Shark again gets another speed boost. And it gets its first kill this season since getting added. So he goes right into Lopunny. So I just protect here. I want to figure out what this thing's trying to go for. So he goes straight for the Power Punch. I think he's insane. But I go right to my dedicated response, which is Mew. I want to get rid of this thing. I don't want to deal with it. So I go right into my Mew. I want to handle it the best I can. So he goes for Power Punch. Does 8%, which tells me I believe this is adamant. It's hard to tell from that number, though. It goes right into Hydreigon. Right there is a weird 50-50. Because I don't, at this point in the match, I don't know how fast his Hydreigon is. I actually never really figured it out until after the match. But I can either Psychic the Lopunny, or I can Psychic, I can U-turn, I can Will-O-Wisp. I think U-turning there was a bad play. Just solely due to the fact that if I U-turned, I don't have a switch in. It almost means I have to risk Suicune on that Lopunny, which I don't want to risk my best win count right now. If I burn it, I think Will-O-Wisp was my best play, just in hindsight, because I think a burned Lopunny is just not as big of a threat. I found out later he had Facade, which you never get to show. But I think, just in hindsight, being able to have a potentially burned Lopunny that is chipped down, wearing chip damage, is always a positive thing. And I can get it in range of Shark for later. So I Will-O-Wisp here, as he goes Hydreigon. So I get the burn on Hydreigon. I am starting to chip away at this thing. Start trying to get it in range of Shark's Ice Beam is the whole plan. So I go to my Hydreigon just because it's the best special bulk I have left on this team. To try and take whatever he wants to go for. I am fully expecting to sack this. So he Dark Pulses. So this, I know he specs. That's just so much. So I'm going to go for the Hidden Power Ice. Predicting him to go somewhere that I don't care about. He goes Slowking. There's no reason for me to predict that. I'm just trying to get rid of Hydreigon. So I'm just going to sit here and Power Gem, and Power Gem, and Power Gem. I'll Power Gem till I die. And he gets rid of my Nihilego, which, I mean, he prepped really well around. I think he had a good matchup, but I think he just prepped really well to defend it. So he gets rid of my Nihilego right there. And I go straight out into Shark, the bane of this thing's existence. I Dark Pulse, and right there do 35% Life Orb hit, and he I am really sorry still. I mean, I'm sorry to the fact that, like, that happened, but, like, I'm perfectly okay with trying to flinch this Slowking to death. Just because now he does not switch into Dark Pulse plus another move from Shark. So, Slowking is all but dead. If he wants to give it to me, that's awesome. I'd much appreciate that. Because my team doesn't deal with it in any sense of the word. So I go for the Ice Beam. Because Ice Beam does like 6% minimum to a Assault Vest Max Fit of Slowking. And it covers the switch into either Gliscor or Hydreigon. So if I can get 2 Ice Beams on Hydreigon, it would be extremely appreciated. So I go for the Ice Beam, but he stays with Slowking. I knock out Slowking, so Slowking is gone just through all of these hacks. So I'm now +2 speed as he goes straight into Hydreigon. So I'm just going to go for the Ice Beam here. There is no reason for me not to go for this Ice Beam on the Hydreigon. Purely due to the fact that Hydreigon is just so threatening against me. I protect to see what he wants to go for. He goes straight for the Dark Pulse, which is the right play. 100% the right play. So I go for the Ice Beam. I tried the high roll. I think a very high roll would have gotten it if he had no bulk, but I think he was max HP. So I go for the Ice Beam. I do 71%, which means Dark Pulse there. And the burn damage will not come down to 5%, which means he only has 1 hit left. I go into my Suicune, and I want to start Calm Minding up because he has very few answers to this. He goes right into Gliscor. And here I'm going to speed it up a little bit because it gets just to the point where Suicune starts getting up on his team. I think what's really interesting is he just stays in with Gliscor here. There was no pressure really for him to get me out. Because I can just rest. And I can get to +6 super easy on him. There's no reason for me to stay out. Yada yada. Just with the Suicune. Clicking Calm Mind. I get a bunch of really terrible Sleep Talk rolls, by the way. Wake up. Calm Mind. One more time. He Toxics me. I rest. This goes on for a little bit. It's a Suicune. It does what it does. It's a Suicune doing what it does. It's going to make a game longer. So, right here, Sleep Talk rest again. I get terrible Sleep Talk rolls the entire time. I don't get Scald once. He Earthquakes me. I wake up. I go for Scald. And I just OHKO this Gliscor. That Gliscor was nothing. So right here, I believe he goes Victini. Yeah, he goes right into Victini. Which right immediately tells me there's either something up with this Victini, or I'm in range of Bolt Strike. I believe I'm in range of landed Bolt Strike. And I don't want to take that Bolt Strike. So I'm going to go hard into Hydreigon. I go hard Hydreigon as he goes for the final Gambit. So, had I stayed in, I would have lost the game. I think I made the best mid-ground play of going to Hydreigon just to take any hit, because Hydreigon is my dedicated Victini response. There is nothing that I say to where I could have potentially, I don't know. I don't think there's any way I stay with Suicune in that situation my entire life. It's not ever. This is not what I do. So we got the double down here, and he goes Hydreigon. I know right here. I don't know what he's going down to. It's double down. I know I need this to win the game, and I think I need this. I need a sack. I don't think I am in the driver's seat in this position right now. I can go. I don't really think there's a bad play for me to go to, honestly. But I think my thinking was I can go Suicune, and it can technically take a hit from both, and potentially Suicune can win this game straight out right now. His Hydreigon comes out, only has 1 hit left. I send out my Suicune, and if he goes out the Hydreigon, I can sack my Suicune right now. There is no reason for me to keep this thing alive because it does not. Because Mew is my dedicated response to Lopunny. So Mew can beat Lopunny 1v1, and Suicune technically can't. So I go out into Suicune. It's most expendable. He drops a Draco, and he dies to burn damage. So that burn that Will-O-Wisp I got off from Mew is absolutely super key right now, right there. So we get the second double down, Mew versus Lopunny, and I have this game. It's over. There's no way I don't click Psychic here. So Mew gets there, he gets the Rocky Helmet damage, and we click Psychic, and that is going to be GG. So Mew pulling this one out a very close game for us against the Toronto Staraptors. Great game to Krow. We will play him later on. Very, very tough match. He prepped extremely well. So yeah, I'll again leave his link to the channel and his channel in the description, so you can watch his side of the match. His team builder, solid content creator, great guy, and I will see you guys later.